Hey feasters, and welcome to episode 177. And whether or not you are a parent, you're going to get a unique glimpse into my life. Some of the sexy and not so sexy aspects of being both a freelancer and a parent, but I would never change it. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. Having a child, without a doubt, changed everything. It was a complete game changer, not just in the way I live my own life, but how I live life with my wife. Look, we obviously don't nearly go out as much as we used to, let alone alone for like date nights and things like that. We travel, but we go to places like Sesame Place rather than the Caribbean or Caribbean, depending on where you are. We don't sleep anymore either. Even the business has changed. But before I jump into it, I want to first take this opportunity to thank my wife for everything that she does each and every single day. She is absolutely the rock of this household and family. Without her, I know for a fact you wouldn't be listening to me right now. I love you. The goal that I had at an early age, it's really kind of freaky because I was only 14 at the time, but the goal was to always have my own business so that I had the time freedom to spend it with my family and friends when I wanted to. I wanted to be around for those first steps, those first words. I wanted to go out on a random Tuesday afternoon just because it was nice out and not have to ask somebody for permission to do so. When my wife and I had our son TJ, it was a very different scenario than it is now. And at the time of this recording, he's not even 2 yet. See, my wife worked full time, and after her maternity leave was up, she went back to work, which meant that I was home all day with TJ. This was both very rewarding and stressful all at the same time. See, before TJ, I had my schedule fully booked up with work, and some days I would wake up at 5 a.m. and work until 9 p.m. Having a strict work schedule suddenly meant that every single day there was a lot left undone at the end of each day. No nap, no regular times to take calls, crying in the background, crankiness, all added up to not getting as much work done as I had in the past. Maybe even losing a client or two in the process. In case you aren't a parent, and maybe this is obvious, but babies under 8 months in age don't care what's on your schedule. The day is completely run by them. I started to really think about how my business would be. I would need more flexibility than what I currently had. I may even need a different type of business altogether. Then the opportunity came where my wife could leave her job. I won't bore you with the details of that conversation or conversations, but when the opportunity presented itself, it was something that, well, she desired for herself because she could then be around for TJ and not sitting in traffic. We had probably our most candid conversations ever over those next few days. She was half our income. She was the carrier of our family health insurance as well. She was the one contributing to our retirement regularly. This was a lot that had to be taken into consideration for this opportunity. This was also at the time which we realized that, well, TJ didn't like any serious conversation. Anytime my wife and I would start to talk about this, he would do anything and everything to grab our attention. We decided that she would stay home and become the primary caretaker of TJ during the day, and I would continue the business and grow it in various other ways to eventually make up for the loss in salary. Fast forward to today, I wake up anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m. to get the day started. I end the day usually at the latest by 5 p.m. rather. Most days it's closer to 4. In between, I try my best to take breaks and spend time with them, especially when there are days where we take him to the little gym and other things. I certainly can be better at this, but I am trying to be better by 1% every single day through scheduling my time, guarding my time, and my focus. It's that focus that sometimes can be my best friend and worst enemy. There are days where I feel like I'm hyper focused on everything that I do, and other days where I can't focus if my life depended on it. I've learned to leverage my energy levels in ways I had never before. If I need to do some real deep work and know that it's going to take a lot of time, I will wake up even earlier because that's when my brain works best. Having the business I have right now allows me to take those random days off, move things around so that we can take a long weekend and drive to someplace fun. The time freedom is there, but not fully. But it's getting there. The business overall still isn't where I would like it to be, but it's getting closer. The time that I want to spend with my wife and son still isn't where I would like it to be, but it's getting closer. I know that all of this will take time. It'll also take a ton of discipline. The biggest change is me as a person. I've learned to be patient much more than I ever was before. Now, depends on if you want to ask my wife that, but I still feel like I am patient a lot more than I was. I've also learned that procrastination can be your worst enemy. If something can be done right now, in the time that you have available, do it. I know that if I save things for later, if I say, I will just do it tomorrow, there's a good chance that something will come up and will block it. Whether that's TJ being sick or not sleeping, either us or him, or some other client project will pop up unexpectedly. Another thing I learned is that I tend to take on too much, whether that's work or personal life. And I'm working better at not doing that. All these things are improving me, not just as a business owner, but as a husband and father. The honest truth is that I am still working to improve all of these things. More than anything else, though, I've reached a new level of happiness that I never imagined would be there. The balance is tough. In fact, I don't even like calling it a balance. To me, it's more of a mesh than anything else. Even if you're working full-time in a cube, what you take home from your workplace or what you bring into the workplace from home, well, that's going to affect you. I wouldn't give any of it up though. For having TJ to be able to come into the office and play with his trains for a little while puts a smile on my face and brightens up any terrible thing that's going on in the work. Being around to watch my kids grow, smile, laugh, cry, pee, poop was my goal, and it is my happy place. I can't imagine my life any other way. No matter what happened during the day with work, no matter how crappy or awesome it was, I know that I want to be present once away from that screen. My family doesn't care too much about the work. They just want me for me, and I'm trying to be the best me possible. If you're a parent and a freelancer, I'd love to know what your experience and thoughts are. Find me on Twitter at Rezzz or head on over to Rezzz.com and find that chat bubble. Say hi. Tell me that you're a parent. Tell me that you listen to this show and what you agree and disagree on. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.